Can you tell me about the soul? When death comes, what will follow? What will be revealed when you go? Is a question that we all must know. Do you know about the soul?
Assalamu alaikum, a brand new upcoming class on the book by Sheikh Kareem Abu Zaid, The Souls of the Dead, being taught by Ustada Layla Nashiba. Yes, right here, every Saturday and Sunday, 9:30 p.m. Eastern. You are not going to want to miss this. Join us. Streaming on all major platforms. Channel Sunnah followers.
The Mukasa Tafsir.
Where should I begin when I'm starting at the end? Pursuing the higher aim, learning the meaning of every page. Where should I begin when I'm starting at the end?
Another addition to your Islamic education. Maqasidic Tafsir.
Mukasa Tafsir.
Healing and Government. The Transformative Path of Saba As-Tiwal. Written by Dr. Kareem Abu Zaid. Join Ustada Layla Nashiba every Tuesdays and Thursdays at 9:30 p.m. Streaming all major platforms. Channel Sunnah followers. This week on the Ask Sister Layla Live show, when the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said the believer is a stranger and should consider himself a traveler in this dunya, we will be delving into this topic, which everyone is interested in. We will be answering questions. What makes them a stranger, a traveler? How can you become one? How do you keep yourself from getting too comfortable with the life of this world? And what do you do if you find yourself too attached to worldly things? Please join us this Friday at 9:30 p.m. with your host, Ustada Layla Nashiba, as she tackles these interesting questions that you have been thinking about and you want answered. Streaming on all major platforms. Channel Sunnah followers.
His names, we need to know about them, how to apply them, ponder the meanings behind them.
New class alert. Sunnah Followers presents The Names of Allah. Please join us every Saturday mornings at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard with Sister Samar. Streaming on all major platforms. Right here, Channel Sunnah Followers.
وعمل من سيئات أعمالنا من يهدي الله فلا مضل له ومن فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. سيدنا فرد brother Muhammad, جزاك الله خيرا. This topic actually, with Sister Layla and I will just speak about it. It's really important topic.
It's a big topic.
Yes, but actually, a lot of people actually contacted me, a lot of brothers, mostly brothers. And one of the brothers actually shared before we start the topic, and he said, he complained, and complained, and very sad, and very sad. And he said, and actually he wrote what he said, he's not Arab, so try to be in Arabic. I don't know my kids now anymore. I do not get my kids. Before we are very close, playing together, this and that. Now I cannot do. My younger one, he take his phone, and even I speak with him in the phone.
Yeah.
They reply with the phone, always the phone, all the time. And my daughter, and she following some people, add and some people. She attached to these kids more attached to anybody else. And not only that, we normally with a family we eat together. Now the boy we eat but with the phone.
Yeah.
My daughter always in her room, come from the school with all social media, following people. And the problem is my wife. He said, my wife now she follow social media, and she follows on certain people. She attached to that whoever the problem or this about this story and story. And I come from work. She tell me story from what?
Oh, she saw online.
Online. Online. And I said, plus now I feel the social media and the phones, the laptop and iPad is part of the family.
Yeah.
He's
Absolutely.
part of the family. In fact, he's more important than anybody in the family.
Yeah.
Include my wife.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I just really know what he said.
Yeah.
And I feel actually, my feeling actually now, I'm very, very frustrated. I start to hate myself because I have my own kids. Imagine this. So now the topic, brother, the question is very, and this is very important, brother and sister. This question, I have many questions. And I believe this question actually, some of us in the social media, and Facebook and Twitter are following us. The question, كيف أصبحت وسائل التواصل الاجتماعي تلعب هذا الدور الكبير في بيوتنا؟
How to become like a big,
Yeah.
it's a big significant part of the house.
How to become the social media now as a part of the role of our household.
It became such an important way of life now, right? Like the social media, the internet has become such a big role in our homes.
Yeah.
It's like becomes another kid. Right, it became another family member.
Exactly.
This issue that you had with this person who you were talking to is not the only person having this problem.
No, more than one.
It's a lot of people. A lot of us have the same problem, and you said the same thing about like the wife being attached to it. And so this is where I come in to always say, like, we have to kind of limit ourselves so our kids can watch what we're doing. If the kids are watching us do these things and scrolling and looking at the social media, watching the social media, what do we expect our kids to do?
No, the problem also the wife, same thing.
Yeah.
A lot of she said on Instagram, many story.
And we hear that.
She live with story.
They watch.
The house.
They watch so much. They're engrossed. It's sad because they sit there and they sit like this for hours upon hours. And I think that a lot of people don't realize how important social media became into our households, and how they slowly push that need that we have to have social media, that feeling of we have to have it.
Hold on. We have to have it.
We have to have it. We have to know what's happening everywhere, all the time, every minute of every single day. That feeling of missing out. It's called, FOMO, feeling of missing out. We don't want to miss what's happening with all these people that we watch and that we follow on social media. And our kids get engrossed with it, our wives get engrossed, even men, even there's a lot of men out there that just keep watching these social medias and compare, and they look and they watch. How come my wife doesn't dress like this? How come my kids aren't like this? And they start to compare, and and it really impacts. There's a really negative impact that happens in the families
Ya Allah.
when it becomes such a significant, important member of that family.
But the phone, iPad, and the laptop
Mhm.
is part of the family.
Yeah, yeah. Like
Literally.
I said, it becomes like a family
The
member.
brother, actually, not a brother. Mostly a brother telling me that
Mhm.
the phone, the social media
Yeah.
is a part of my family.
Yeah.
And ask him, do you watch also Sheikh Ibrahim, mostly news, nothing else?
Yeah.
Because I work very hard and barely to look.
Mhm.
That's brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I believe also, when I go even in the masjid,
Mhm.
and I lecture in the masjid, I see a lot of sisters, with all my respect for
Yeah,
sister
yeah.
here, also having and do like this. I didn't see, but
Yeah.
I see the finger.
But I also see men when I walk into the masjid, and I see the men on the side of the walls on Fridays, right? When you go to Friday Salah,
Yes,
and I see them on the side, and they're scrolling, and they're looking, and they're scrolling, and it becomes an addiction.
addiction.
It's an addiction. The endorphins, the chemicals, the happiness.
Oh.
It's making me feel good.
Addiction.
It's an addiction.
Okay. That go. As you, brother, is number 2,
Mhm.
as you are a police officer,
Mhm.
what not police officer,
Yeah.
you are with the police.
Mhm.
You go the police, the prison here,
Yeah.
the police officer. Can you see the social media in general? Social media أصبحت يعني become
Yeah.
a directly problem in the household and psychological problem
Absolutely.
for the youth.
Yeah,
Is that-
absolutely.
Can you see that?
Yeah, absolutely. We have, now you have in law enforcement, we have cyber crimes, we have social
Yes.
media.
The second question.
Yeah,
Actually.
we have to watch all these things that are happening. Cyberbullying,
Yeah, go back. Cyber crime.
cyber crimes, where
That's-
people are basically scamming the elderly, or they're scamming these kids. And I always get confused, or I always feel like, well, how do people fall for these tricks?
Further, because this is the third question,
Yeah.
is very, very, very important
Yeah.
here. I want everybody in the social media, in Sunnah forward, everybody watching us is very important. Become like a crime, like a cyber crime.
Yeah.
Number 1. Number 2, also making a message, get money for
Yeah.
other people, and scam.
Yeah.
A lot of
A
scam.
lot of schemes.
And as plus, it's not controlled.
So here's
a lot. And a lot of people text me from different countries.
yeah,
We are poor with this.
yeah,
this,
we need
this.
this, we need that.
I need just only $1.
Yeah,
They need
yeah,
that $1. Actually, I didn't do that.
yeah.
But some people would send because $1 to there's nothing. They take the credit card and they take everything.
Everything. And so, it's what's sad is we actually now, even us Muslims, and this is for like the Muslims out
Please,
there.
this is very important topic may happen to you. Because Brother
It's-
Muhammad,
Yeah, it's scary because we as Muslims, we're told charity, right? Charity. We have to help our Muslim brothers and sisters, and we get a lot of these messages, even on my own phone, where hey, donate to Gaza, donate to Gaza, donate to help this family, and you don't know who to believe.
exactly.
So you'll see these people who post on TikTok, Instagram, they'll post a video, they'll repost a video that somebody from Gaza is showing their house destroyed. And they'll say, donate to me, please give me some money. And you feel bad, you feel guilty. Okay, let me go give these people $5. But are they really the people? So it's and people ask me all the time, how do I know who's true and who's not true? Like what's true and what's not, how do we know who to help? Because you don't know who's gathering what, and who's real and who's fake. So I always tell people, go to the people who have the credentials to give the money.
The organization.
Organizations, find Islamic reliefs, or find something that that has a really good foothold, and talk to the brothers and the sisters in the masjid that might know who might be able to donate to.
Cyber crime, there's a lot. Actually,
There's a lot.
Even I saw that in CNN. I watched the CNN. After that, they said crime is
Absolutely.
Tell us how me myself. Alhamdulillah, it never happened to me so far. But if this happened to me,
Mhm.
how I know, number one, this cyber crime, number one.
Mhm.
Number two, if I know that I have to report it, how to
So-
protect myself, and plus, and could
Your family.
my family, yeah.
So the problem that we see a lot of it, especially in law enforcement, is that the elderly, right, the older people will get the phone calls from a grandchild or a child. Hey, I'm in jail, or hey, I got arrested, or hey, they're gonna come after me if you don't give me $5,000 so I can pay this bill.
Oh,
And so you'll see a lot of these different things happening. And the elderly, we do a lot of scamming presentations for the elderly in the communities around here to explain to them, when you get a message, when you get this, nobody's going to ask you for credit card numbers. Nobody's going to ask you for your date of birth, your social security number. These are the things that they're asking you for because they need those informations to get what they want to get from you. If they're calling you, they should already have that information. If it's a credit card, if it's the IRS, or if it's somebody calling, they should already have that information. So if they're asking you for those informations, you're not supposed to give them anything like that over the phone.
it's not.
Do not ever give anybody any type of personal information. What we see also from the other side of it is the video games that the kids are playing right now. So you have the
No,
elderly.
the question, yeah.
Yeah, so you have the elderly who get scammed from maybe people from India or people from wherever, and they're getting scammed. And we had a lady who lost about $30,000 from her account. So I actually sit down with some of the elderly when I do these events and sit with them, explain to them, take your debit card off of your Amazon account or off of your Walmart account or whatever you're buying from, and put a credit card on there. Put a credit card on there. So if you're going to buy something, let it go through your credit card and then attach your debit card to your credit card. And that way you're not getting any interest and you're paying everything off. Because if your credit card gets hacked, it's all good. Your credit card will get canceled. You're not going to be liable for anything and you're good. But if your debit card gets hacked, they're taking money out of your account. And it's going to take weeks and weeks upon months.
My father-in-law, actually, my wife, father happened to him.
Yeah.
The $1,000.
Yeah.
I had nobody. He didn't know English.
Yeah.
He's a Chinese,
Yeah.
and somebody took all this money, and my wife tried to fight for that. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's hard because there's so much happening at so much happening at one time that we can't keep up. Law enforcement's not going to be able to keep up with this. So we have to be more of prevention than reaction.
So you as a police, you cannot, for example, happened to me.
Mhm.
I cannot report it to the police.
No, you can. We want people to report it, of course.
And if I report it to the police,
Yeah.
do you think the police will give me my right?
The police won't give you your money back. That's not what the police is. The police job is not to get your money back. The police is to locate, find, and see what is actually happening, giving you a report, and then you can file a claim, and then that's gonna be how you,
But not to protect me.
not to protect you.
Yeah.
No,
From the cyber crime.
well, no, you have to protect yourself.
See,
Yeah,
I have to protect
you have to
myself.
protect yourself.
It's not the police.
It's not the police. It's like saying that law enforcement is monitoring the internet 24/7. We're not.
Okay, I love this. How to protect myself from the crime. For example, in the messenger, what was going on in Gaza,
Mhm.
a lot of people. Me,
Mhm.
I see because I know some people
Yeah,
in need.
absolutely.
I send if I want to help, I send certain
To
people.
direct people.
Yeah, send it. But those people, I block it immediately
Absolutely.
because and social media
Yeah.
and Facebook mostly. I block it immediately.
Mhm.
Why? Because I didn't know who that person. Maybe Zionist. They try
Yeah,
to do
oh my
that
God.
to put me in trouble.
Yeah,
Maybe the government.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because it
They're
happened.
watching. They're monitoring. Yes.
Exactly. But me, I try.
Mhm.
But whoever watching us right now, how if this is happening to them with somebody took money from you, a crime, media crime,
Yeah.
social crime, cyber crime. How to protect myself?
So you have to know.
Number one.
Number one, you have to know your like understanding of what's happening when somebody's calling you. Like if somebody's calling you, if somebody's sending a message, to
Yeah.
you have to understand and think 3 times before you respond.
To open my
Even to respond, because you have to like, okay, who is this person? Okay, it says Sheikh Ibrahim is sending me a message. Does that look like something Sheikh Ibrahim would send you? Let me call him. So, hey, Sheikh Ibrahim, and this happened to me with another brother from the masjid, where I got a message from him asking me for money. And I said, this brother, I know his brother. He wouldn't just ask me for $1,000. Let me call him. And I call him and say, hey, brother, is everything okay? I got a message from you. You said you needed some money. What's going on? What's happening? He said, brother, that's a scam. Please don't give this person any money. They got my number from WhatsApp and they're trying to get people to give them money.
Yeah.
That's how I know, okay, let me make that call first. Okay, so I'll give you another example. We had a person who got a phone call, an elderly person, a non-Muslim, and we were at the event, and she said, look, I'm getting a call. I got a call from my son. He said he's in jail. I said, what jail is he in? She told me the city and all this stuff. I said, let's call the city. Let's call the jail. Let's see if your son is in there. Because my son's not picking up his phone. So she thinks he's not picking up his phone, so he might be in jail. This is not his phone. We call the jail. Hey, is this person here? Is this person here? We're getting a call from this person that's saying that they're in your custody. Is he there? No, man, there's nobody in here at that time that with this name. We don't know what you're talking about. There's nobody here by this name. We waited. We called. He finally called back.
The
The
son.
son. No, mom, it's a scam. My phone got hacked. I had to go get a new one. I'm sorry. Did you give anybody any money? No. We just have to make sure that wasn't you. If we weren't there, if she didn't come at this with us while we were there, she would have probably gotten scammed. But I try to inform people, tell people, make the calls. Look at the number, look at the thing, look who's saying what. Is this my son? Is this my daughter? Is this my person? Is this my grandchild? Because you have such sneaky, manipulative people now that they find your information your information's online anywhere and everywhere, right? You post something, you post your date of birth, you download an app, all those information is on every single. I mean, it says it on there when you download those apps, your information will be sold to third-party people. Yeah, that's where they get the money from.
Sold. Oh my Rabb.
So you think everything's confidential or things are private or you're safe. It's not. You're not safe. Your information's out there. So when you're doing online and you're playing on Instagram, or you're downloading TikTok and you're doing all these things, understand and know that there's going to be people out there that can get any type of information from you. That's why, remember back in our days, we grew up with, what happens in the house stays in the house.
Yes.
Right? Privacy.
Supposed to be.
It's supposed to be. Now we have people that we actually have to tell people and law enforcement, please don't post that you're on vacation. Please don't put on social media going to Jamaica for 3 weeks. Because now we have these scumbags that are online. They know now you're gone for 3 weeks. All they got to do is find another criminal or somebody close to you. Hey, look, this is where this person lives. They're going to be gone for 3 weeks. Let's go rob the place.
Oh my Allah.
But people don't understand. They think, oh, I'm going to, show people that I'm going out and traveling and I want to show off my money. I want to show off this. I want to show off that. But then you don't realize that you're showing off to the wrong people. And now you have people coming at your house when you're not there anymore, like on vacation.
So if you do this, don't blame them.
You blame
yourself.
Blame yourself.
Blame yourself. Ya Allah.
And you say that to people, they get in trouble, they get mad at you for saying, oh, they call it victim blaming. But don't give people the opportunity to really know everything about your life. And that's what we do now these days.
Ya Allah.
SubhanAllah.
So number 4, actually, هل نستطيع أن نقول أن how can we say some houses we raise our kids actually and with those
social media
influence. This person, this person. But that's a serious problem.
It's a big problem because we tell our kids, we teach our kids these things about role model behavior, and we tell our kids to look at what we're doing as parents. But then our kids are going on social media and saying, look at this brother right here. He's a Muslim and he does this. The brother over here, he's a Muslim and he's got millions of dollars and he's going to teach me how to make, and he's dressed in a thul and he looks like a Muslim and he has the beard. And I tell people, I said, you can't really believe everything you see online. These people, we talked a little bit about it before, where we have these fake Muslims or these wannabe Muslims who are on there and they're teaching our kids how to pray. And they're teaching them how to pray, but they're messing the prayer up a little bit here and there. They're tweaking this. And you can do this and you can do that. And you really don't have to make wudu, every single time. And you can, if you
I see that.
Just because you touched a dog doesn't mean you got to wash your hands. Little things like these little subtle harams, right? And so the one thing I try to explain to the kids is, the shaitan doesn't tell you to do the big haram. right? The shaitan tells you to do little ones first,
Yeah.
right? Make little sins here and there, little harams here and there, and then the big ones come, and you think, oh, halas, I did all these small ones. It doesn't matter.
Allah said تتبعوا خطوات الشيطان. The steps,
The steps.
step by step
Mhm.
by step, make a crime.
Make a
But
big crime.
in the beginning,
Yeah.
I mean, our sin is
Yeah.
minor sin,
Yeah.
but that sin, step by step, become a fire.
Exactly. And so when we
Oh.
look at social media influencers, I kind of laugh at these guys because we actually had a meeting today. We did a thing today with a bunch of kids from one of the middle schools over here. And it was like a Stop the Violence type of event where we were hanging out with a bunch of kids. There's like 30 kids or something, middle school, high school kids. And we're talking and we're painting, we're doing some stuff. And I'm talking to the kids about social media because they're asking me, what do you do for the agency? What do you do for the sheriff's office? And I said, oh, I talk about social media. I download all the apps. I read all these things. So they were asking me a bunch of questions, and they were saying, do you believe that this guy is real? And they'll show me these videos that they're watching. And I said, no, that's fake. No, that's fake. How do you know? I said, well, if somebody is a millionaire and they're coming to you on social media and they're telling you, hey, I'm going to teach you how to become a millionaire like me. Do you really think that person's going to teach you his way of becoming a millionaire?
Impossible.
I wouldn't want to teach anybody how to become a millionaire. Why would I teach anybody my secrets?
You're right.
And so,
Yeah.
well, that makes sense. Well, yeah, because it's common sense to us, but to these kids, they're so gullible, they'll fall for anything.
Yeah. Number 5, with your experience, actually, with a lot of people, how the effect of the social media, our boys and the girls.
Yeah, it affects everybody, and the parents,
and the parents,
and it affects everybody differently.
And the parents, yeah.
Right. So with guys, I've noticed with men or the boys, they're watching these influencers and these posts about how to be a man, right? And like, in order to be a man, you got to be like this. You got to yell. You got to be aggressive. You got to be, these men. You got to have women on you. You got to have as many girlfriends as you can. You have to have $1 million. You have to have these fancy cars. And with these girls, they're, especially with the Muslim girls, they're listening to these girls who say, if a man wants to marry you, he has to have $1 million in his bank account. He has to give you a brand new car, and you have to demand these things because you're a woman, and these girls watching these things, and they think that this is the way all the other girls are. This is the way women are supposed to be. And then you have the parents. SubhanAllah, the parents.
And the parents, yeah.
The parents watch these videos, and the wife watches the videos and says, well, my husband doesn't do these things to me. And then his husband watches these videos and they say, well, my wife doesn't look like that.
Oh my God, you're right, brother.
And then they compare.
Yeah. But we need a solution for everyone watching us right now, Brother Muhammad. With this, you feel that a disease.
It's a very, very
virus inside the household, husband, wife, son and daughter, family. Actually, it's a cancer.
Yeah.
This cancer, how to treat the cancer?
It's hard because you're trying to tell people that something that they've been doing for years is wrong.
But not years, brother. That's social media.
No, it's been going on for a while. It's been, TikTok has over 2 years now going on. YouTube Shorts, all these things have been going on for years. And one of the parents of actually the houses I've been into, the Muslim family, I explained to the mom and the dad, kind of turn the TV off. When somebody comes into your house and when you're having a lecture or you're having dinner or you're doing something with your family, TV's off. So phones down. These little changes that you can start.
You have to repeat this again. Please, repeat it again.
You think you and I, we think that this is common sense, right? It's common sense.
Yes.
And so, but when we go into these houses and we
go to the houses
and we see how these people are living their lives, well, we're coming over your house. How come the TV is still on? Turn off your TV
and
put the phones down.
The phone. Yeah. I mean, the parents
and both, everybody in the family,
and then
have a conversation, eat dinner, do something with your family
without cell phone,
without social media.
That's, I agree 100. We visit family, we with the kids, and the phone there, the iPad there, and we speaking with them.
Yeah. And we go into the houses and they're watching TV. Now the kids are sitting there watching TV, and you're like, we are coming to your house to figure out what the problem is. And the first thing we say is, this is one of the biggest problems. we as parents have to understand something.
As a parent,
As a parent,
you have to understand something.
understand something. We have to be the ones to raise our kids.
We,
Mom, dad,
Not the
me,
school.
not the school,
not
not the
the,
social media,
not the school,
not the friends, not the school. The school is terrible. The school is not there,
especially public school.
especially public schools. The schools are not there to raise our kids.
Actually, in fact, we send our kids for knowledge, but they bring with that knowledge. Yes, there is knowledge,
Mhm.
no question, and a lot of corruption in public school.
So you
I
have to-
guarantee you with that.
yeah, and you have to like balance out the two, right? If we don't teach our kids to be strong, be confident
As a Muslim,
as a Muslim, and as a man or as a woman,
Muslim, yes.
Muslim, and this is something I talk about even with the non-Muslims. Teach your kids to be strong leaders. So when they're going to the public schools or when they're going to the colleges and the universities, they're not tempted by by all that's around them, right? Listen. I went to college here, right? I went to FIU. I went to high school here. I was able to just tune everything out and do what I had to do
I did the same,
and get what I had to get and get out.
but not everybody.
Well, not everybody, and that wasn't even me being very religious on my deen. It was just me being me, saying I just got to get what I got to get. I got to get my education, and I got to get out. You see all the people, they're drinking, they're partying, they're dancing, they're doing their thing, and you see the Muslims that come from Saudi Arabia, the Muslims that come from overseas, and they're in shock. They get a culture shock, and then they fall apart.
In fact, yeah, I agree with you. Unfortunately, the follow would be the follow with them. Well, because we're an American.
We're
When you go back, but Allah watching.
SubhanAllah.
Yeah.
They do what they want to do here, and then they want to go back home and get married.
Okay, now number 6, brother.
Mhm.
That is very important about. We see our babies,
Yeah.
our kids, baby. You imitating the superhero, imitating this person, and the girls imitating.
Yeah.
I don't want to say corrupted women. I
Yeah.
don't want to say bad word.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's not even with the hair, with the face,
The makeup.
with the makeup. A lot of makeup.
Clothes.
That's
Even and what's sad is you see these Muslim women who wear hijabs, and they're wearing these outfits that are so tight, and they're going to the gym and they're working out and they're exercising. They're posting these videos with
Oh.
hijabs on.
but my point. A lot of those people, I believe, and
Mhm.
you correct me if I'm wrong. Their hearts blind. They're blind minded.
See, okay, and I gotta give you. I agree with you a little bit on this, but I also say, how was that person raised? Right. So maybe
I like that.
maybe there's something that we don't see on the backside. Maybe she wasn't told growing up that if you're gonna wear hijab and tight clothes, it doesn't make it's haram. Maybe she wasn't told, hey, wear hijab, wear baggy clothes, and you can still go to the gym, but just don't have your whole body showing in tights wearing hijab. There's no reason for that. You're defeating the purpose of wearing a hijab when you're going out like this.
My wife goes to gym. I'll be behind her, complete behind
Of course,
her.
yeah.
Everything behind my
Mhm.
wife. I can side with her.
Mhm.
Just in the age that no one can even see her hour.
Yeah.
Period. Yeah.
And so, but see, that's how you were raised. That's how she is. Our girls that are growing up now, they see these, and I you see the videos, and you look at the comments, right? You watch the comments,
Huh?
and you see the comments of the other Muslims. I don't know if they're Muslims or not, because on social media you can be whatever you want to be.
Yes.
You can pretend to be a Muslim. You can pretend to be a non-Muslim. You can pretend to be whatever you want. And you see the comments. Yeah, go get it, girl. Oh my gosh, you're so beautiful. Keep working out. Glad you're taking care of yourself. And then you see that one comment that says, sister, please, cover yourself. You're showing your body. And then you see the comments underneath that guy's comment or that woman's comment. You stop being so old school. Stop being so old fashioned. Why are you trying to suppress her? Why are you trying to oppress her? And so you see these things happening, and they're causing debates, and they're causing. And so you ask yourself, this is what our girls are role modeling. This is what our girls consider to be a role model. And the same thing with the guys. These guys are on social media. They have their shirts off and they're wearing these really short shorts so they can show their muscles and their legs. And you have to explain to the guys, like, hey, the awra, man, as a man, this is, not how we're supposed to be and how we're supposed to act. But they follow these guys. They follow. Oh, the gym guy said I have to eat 5 steaks a week so I can get muscles. Well, I think, hey man, come on, that doesn't make any sense. Does that sound like it's smart? Does that, look it up, research. Don't just listen to what this guy says.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what he does, but then he works out for 3 hours or something. But use common sense when you're watching these videos. And I tell the wives and the husbands, don't look at other people on social media. You're comparing.
Let's leave over here. Repeat this
Don't
loud and clear.
don't
Don't-
watch.
Don't
Don't look at
don't
other
look,
people.
don't watch
Other
people.
Yeah, on social media.
because
It's 90% of the time it's fake.
you become blind social media.
And you start to unappreciate what you have.
So let's appreciate, to be thankful to Allah what He
What
gave
we
us.
Yeah,
Yeah, this is a problem, brother.
it's a big problem.
Okay,
SubhanAllah.
So number 7, brother. هل صحيح أن أكثر استخدام هذه الوسائل تعتبر this kind of social media actually making like a weakness of the and isolated themselves completely from each other in the household,
Well, we can
in
think-
one house,
Mhm.
have isolate themselves completely. The brother, the sister, the wife, the husband, everybody is social media. So I have a different word. Everyone in the household have different word.
Yeah, and so it's funny. This question it's a good question because when we go into the houses, we see how a son acts, how a daughter acts, how a mom acts, how a father acts, and we see these things. And we always talk about the dad who's really religious, and mashallah, he's got the hadiths on lockdown, but then he's doing the opposite of what he says and what he's.
Oh yeah. That's why I stopped to go to that
Yeah,
house.
we stop. We not. I mean, not just one, but I've been into numerous houses where these men are, and their social media is hadiths on how a wife is supposed to act, but nothing about how a husband is supposed to act.
Yes.
He had
Yeah,
hadiths galore of how the woman's supposed to behave and how the woman is supposed to be, how the wife is supposed to be. But then you ask him about the husband's roles. I work. Khalas, I'm done. My job is working. And
Allah.
then you have to sit down and say, brother, what are you watching? My social media, mashallah, it's all Islamic content. Yeah, it's Islamic content about the woman and what the woman is supposed to be like and what the woman is supposed to behave. And then you hear the wife who will say, he just sends me TikToks and Instagram posts about how a woman's supposed to act at home, but he doesn't act like a husband.
Oh my Rabb.
And so when you
I had repeat this again.
Yeah.
Yeah, really important.
we're so fast to judge each other. Like these men, these husbands, a lot of the husbands are watching social media posts, Islamic social media posts about
I mean,
how,
the man send it to wife, and wife send it
and the
to
wife sends the man. Instead of having a conversation, instead of talking
face to
face
face.
to face,
Texting each other.
they're sending videos to each other. And so you have to like, hey, put the phones down for a second. Let's talk about what's going on in this house. Well, he's telling me all the roles of a Islamic woman and a Muslim woman, and then she's sending me videos of how a husband's supposed to be. And how I said, well, let me tell you how it's supposed to be, and let me find out if this is what's happening in the house. If what I'm saying is happening, and you guys are doing everything that I'm saying that you're supposed to be doing, then khalas, fish mushkila. There's no problems, right? And then I asked the husband, are you doing this? Are you doing that? Are you coming home? Are you helping her cook? Are you helping her clean? Are you taking care of the kids? Are you talking to your son? Do you do? Well, no, that's not my job. Oh no, that's not. Well, hold on a second.
Yes.
Hold on. And ask the wife, are you doing this? Are you doing that? Are you? Well, no, he's the husband. He's supposed to. Okay. So now I see that you guys are not following anything.
Exactly.
What you're supposed to be doing. You're following Instagram and you're following TikTok and you're watching all these videos. And as you're talking, you see the kids who are still doing this, scrolling. And I said, guys, put the phones down for a second. Let's talk about real life. People don't realize, I think a lot of us don't realize in the social media world that these 2-minute clips, 5-minute clips, 10-minute clips that you're watching, it's just that, it's 10 minutes. Then the rest of that person's life is not real. It's not like that all the time.
Yeah. He want to be alive. That person happy. He need followers. He need followers.
He needs followers. And I mean, we talked about it last time when I said, we found a group of people who were social media influencers who had millions of followers and telling people, look at my house and look at my cars. And they were breaking into people's mansions that were not here. They weren't here. They were out of town, and they were breaking into people's mansions, pretending to be these millionaires. And they got arrested and they're in jail. And they had millions of followers, so millions of people think that these people were real. SubhanAllah.
Okay, number 8. هل أصبح الهاتف الذكي the smartphone actually dangerous more than as a friend.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
well, and how to face this kind of danger and to fight this kind of danger in our hand,
You
in
know,
our hand.
so here's, I mean, let's go with, let's take it slow, right? The smartphone, the internet, the social media has become in more ways than one like a best friend, right? We said it's like a family member
Yeah.
now in the house, and for our kids, it's like their best friend.
Yeah.
Right. A lot of our kids post how sad they are, or how upset they are, or how happy they are. A lot of our kids now, we have AI where they can chat with the AI computer about their feelings, about what's going on in their lives, and they get advice from from these computers and these AIs instead of going to their parents and talking to the parents. And I ask, why do you guys do that? Oh, well, because AI knows me. Well, isn't that scary? Doesn't that show you how powerful our phones are?
Ya Allah.
It's watching everything you're sending messages. It's listening to all the conversations. It's watching your pictures as you're sending it. It knows a lot about us. And then on top of that, you're going to put more information. Well, I feel sad today because none of my friends talk to me. What can I do to make me happy?
Yeah, the kids, yes.
The kids. And subhanAllah, you know, these kids became, now instead of going to a family member or a sheikh or somebody like a relative, they're going to these phones. And they're posting and you see these people who comment, they're waiting for people to comment to see what they should do. Why are they sad? Okay, this is what I do when I'm sad. Okay, let me try what this guy did. Oh, I smoke some marijuana when I'm sad. You should try that. Okay, let me smoke some marijuana and try it. Oh, it does, makes me happy. Next thing you know, your kid learned how to smoke marijuana from somebody who was online.
Yes.
You know, we don't realize how dangerous it can become if we don't really monitor and watch our kids.
Man are watching.
And watch what they're watching.
Ya Allah.
It's scary. Well,
Yeah.
the world is a scary place.
Number 10 now. But
Number 9.
number 9. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, 9. Yeah. 9 here. من واقع your work, the social media actually one of the reason of the weak relationship, the husband and wife, and problems, and not only that, a lot of divorce.
Yeah. And so
A lot of divorce because that's
social media.
That's social media.
And so what happens, what's been happening now, and this has been going on since Facebook. I tell people, don't post what you're doing, don't post your life, because that kind of stuff becomes used in the court systems, right? We have wives who will print out stuff. We have husbands that will print out stuff. Look what my wife did with this money. You told me to pay her this much money for the child, but then she bought this car. Like, you'll see these things happening in the courthouses because of the fighting and of the back and forth. And so I tell people, don't post what you're doing online. It becomes, now we'll get subpoenaed and take everything to court. And I've seen it where divorces have happened because of what's been posted.
Ya Allah, yeah.
And so you see these things happening all the time where a wife will post about how bad her husband is, thinking that her husband won't ever see this post. And then one of his friends will see that post that his wife just made, and then he'll confront her and say, why would you say this about me to millions of people?
Yeah. I see that actually.
It's very
No,
sad.
I see in reality. I didn't see it actually online, but I see in reality
Yeah.
come to me from the social media.
Yeah. It really weakens, like, social media. If you use it the way that I think a lot of the majority of the people are using it, it really weakens the household.
It is weak, but at the same time destroys. I know some family because the cell phone, the social media destroyed the house.
Yeah.
And plus the scary part, there is couple not married. I mean, not have a kids. It's okay for me, but me myself as Ibrahim, when people come because social media, get divorced, a problem with the kids involved, I get hurts.
Yeah.
But how to make this couple understand how dangerous, number one, because you kids, plus Allah watching everything we do.
It's people like you and I, when we go into these houses, we come in with a different aspect, a different view, right? We come from a third person and we're coming into these houses. I think a lot of people don't realize that the power of having somebody come into your house and really just sit down and watch what's happening and give you a bird's eye view of, look, this is what we see. We're professionals. We try to be professional about everything we say and everything we do. And mashallah, I've seen you work, man. You do really good with, especially with kids. You're able to really just kind of grasp the attention of the child, make them feel easy,
But
make it feel
I'm
nice.
an individual.
You're an individual, and so when you want to spread what we do, how we do it, how we act,
Exactly.
it's very hard to. You have to have a personality and an understanding. Like, first thing I walk into a house is I say, look, I'm not a sheikh, I'm not an imam. I'm just going to tell you what I see. Right? I'm going to tell you what I see, and I'm going to explain to you what I see and how we can fix it. If you want to fix it, mashallah, we'll the family will be good to go. But as a brother, let's say you have, and then this is for everybody that's out here, you have a brother and his wife having a problem, and you're seeing this problem. You as a brother have to go in now, not as his brother, blood brother, but you have to go in as a Muslim brother,
Indeed.
right? For her and for him, because you have to be open-minded to understand that your brothers could be the one that's making the mistakes, right? Because a lot of times we don't want to, we, especially the wives, don't want to get that brother involved because he's his brother and he's going to take his side.
But Allah said, حكما من أهله وحكما من أهلها, a part of your family
Mhm.
and her
Her
family.
family.
Not anybody else.
Yeah, absolutely.
And somebody has to be trusted family.
Absolutely.
Not all trusted, by the way,
Mhm.
with my experience. I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. But right, brother, it's very important. I mean, if I have a problem with my wife,
Mhm.
I have to go to the closer person.
Or even if you have a problem
Or-
with your daughter and your daughter's
look.
causing a problem in her marriage,
Okay.
you as a father have to be able to go to your daughter and say, listen, Habibti, this is wrong.
Mhm.
What you're doing is haram. Oh, I want to leave him because he's not buying me a fancy car. Well, no, you can't leave him for that. If you leave him, you don't come
Mm.
here.
Of course, yeah.
You as a father have to be able to put your foot down and say, what you're doing is haram. I raised you better. I thought I did a good job raising you. You know that Islamically speaking, you're wrong, and your husband's a good guy.
Yeah.
Right. You have to. And I've seen that so many times where fathers will go and rescue their daughters, and then the son will come and the husband will come to that father and say, "But your daughter did this. Your daughter cheated on me. Your daughter is posting these nasty pictures, or your daughter is doing all this bad stuff." Yeah, it's okay. It's my daughter. It's okay. I'll she can do whatever she wants. You have to. Well, no, Habibi, I'm sorry. She's your daughter, but she's doing something wrong.
Yes.
What kind of father raises a daughter to do these kinds of things, to be this kind of way? And so you have to ask the husband and say, do you really want a wife like this? Do you really want a wife who has a father like this? That was her male role model growing up. Do you really want to be married to somebody like this? And then the guys will, think twice, 3 times, or 4 times, saying, you know what, brother, you're right.
But the key, you have to admit.
He has to admit. But again, us guys, we don't like to admit anything.
Well, I admit, sometimes I get angry because of going on.
Mhm.
My wife, when we come a little bit, Ibrahim, you did this. I analyze, you are right.
Yeah.
Most likely, I think you are right.
Yeah, but you also have, a deen and adab inside of you that, you kind of understand to do this.
Because Allah ordered me mawadda wa rahmah.
Mm.
Passion, respect, and honor, and love, and more.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah. But you're right with that, brother. May Allah guide us to right guide, inshallah. Or number 12, I can. But your work, I'm talking about your job.
Yeah.
Okay. The most issues between you facing because the social media and all the kind of social media, you're facing many problems, male and female, and kids.
The biggest thing we see, honestly, and that's, remember, law enforcement is different than anything else. Like, we see the bad stuff. We see a lot of the big bad stuff. Social media has become we call them keyboard warriors, right? And people keyboard warriors. People who are behind the screen talking trash, bullying, being like really, tough guy, tough girls through social media. And they're posting these nasty stuff. They're so strong, and I'm gonna beat you up, and I'm gonna do these things. And then when they're face to face, they're scared. Yeah, they won't say the stuff that they're saying on social media. They won't say face to face.
No,
right? Because behind the keyboard, you're the man. You're tough guy. But then when you go face to face,
But you, as an officer,
Mm.
you know, work with the police.
Yeah.
You facing this.
We see this a lot, and because what happens is a lot of times there's stuff that's being said that's very threatening.
Threatening.
Yeah. So when you post something that's a threat, that's bullying, cyberbullying. When you're threatening somebody, when you're threatening a teacher, when you say I want to do something stupid, we watch these things and we have to see these things, and then we have to explain to people, hey, this is a threat. This is dangerous. If as law enforcement, if we don't say something and something happens, who's liable?
The parents.
No, us, law enforcement.
Oh, the police.
If you come to me and you say, Muhammad, you know, my brother or one of the neighbors has posted these things that he's going to beat me up.
Oh, yeah, police.
Now I have to do something about this.
As a police officer.
As law enforcement, we have to now, okay, let's see what he's saying. Let's see what's going on. And you have to give me the proof and show me the proof. Now we have to go to that house and say, hey, you were posting these things. Let's go. We gotta take you in. We gotta ask you some questions. So there's a whole process to it. But at this time now, we have to do something about it. Once we're told that there's a threat, we have to.
But we have to report it.
We have to report it.
Say very important. Do not feel shy. Do not feel shy to report it. Speak up.
And I think that's
Of
the one thing I want to explain to everybody here in Sunnah followers and online. We as Muslims, we have to start to open up about what threats were being made, if we're having some type of issues and outside in the grocery stores, or somebody says something bad to us, or somebody says something racist to us. We Muslims have a problem with talking about what's going on, with reporting things. We want to say, "Khalas, you know, Allah's going to take care of it." Yeah, okay, Allah will take care of it. You still have to do your part. You still have to, as a Muslim, report, because if you look at the amount of reports one religious, you know, community does compared to us, they outnumber it. We're the kind of people that says somebody calls you, oh, this guy looks like a terrorist, and we're like, oh, let's look at Allah, man, inshallah, Allah will take care of me. Yeah, but you still have to make the report.
Brother, it's very important here. Report it. Go to police and speak up.
Absolutely, you have to.
If you're right.
We live in America. We live in the West. We have to be. We have the same rights everybody else does.
In fact, I was in the mall when Trump became president.
Mm-hmm.
When I was in the mall, and two guys, huge, look like a cows, big cows. So go back to your country.
Yeah.
So go now. Tomorrow I will follow you tomorrow. But with her, go now, leave, back to your country, and I'll follow tomorrow. And that's like become like a rabbit.
Yeah.
After that.
That's it, because but you're tough enough. You know how to.
Yeah.
How to reply.
No, if it hurt me, I know how to fight.
So here's yeah, of course you can defend yourself, but we have people who won't say anything. Like if you're walking out of the grocery store and somebody's saying, go back to your country, get out of here, report it, call, make the call,
Speak up.
Right then and there, make the call.
Speak up.
Hey, listen, I'm feeling scared. This person's yelling at me. He's telling me to go back to my country. I was born in America. I don't know what's going on here. Please help me.
Regardless, even if you have a green doesn't matter. Speak up.
Even if you're not scared, still report it. Even if it's not a threat, still
yes,
report
I
it.
agree with you 100%. The number 13 now. Some people actually, what he doing actually in social media, behind the social media, there is no judgment. No one can judge me. You just told us. I mean, you as a police, you can watch, or the people have to. Somebody actually in social media or Instagram, whatever, and texting. I know, and then somebody reporting that person. That means this person will be arrested.
So once something is reported, now we have to take actions, right?
You have to take action as a police.
As a law enforcement, any law enforcement agency has to take
only as a threat,
or as a cyberbullying, as a harassment, as anything. We have to now say, okay, let's see what's going on. We're not. Nobody's monitoring all that stuff 24/7.
Of course.
We have to get the complaint first. And so if we're not getting any complaints, how are we going to know anything about anything?
As a Muslim, we have to speak up. To defend yourself from those corruption people outside, from the social media, whatever. Okay?
Absolutely.
So, brother and sister, whoever listen to this, Brother Muhammad, Jazakallah khair for that, is very important. And actually, me as an imam, there's a lot of people facing the kind of problem. And you have to defend your own self,
defend your
household,
and your family. Yeah,
yes,
absolutely.
at least minimum, not the community. Minimum, if you correct, if you because you correct it, actually you correct and protect,
Mhm.
correct and
Yeah,
protect
protect,
your
yeah.
family, you free society.
Because remember, people think what they're doing behind the scenes, they can't get in trouble for it,
Mm.
or they're not going to get in trouble for it. And so when you start to make those reports, people are going to start becoming more aware that, yeah, if I say this, I might get in trouble.
Mm.
I could get in trouble for what I say or what I do online. And I think now people feel so brave behind the screens that they're going to say what their true feelings are. Right? People really say a lot of their true innermost desires and feelings are on the keyboards.
I believe also, please, brother and sister, forgive me if I say that. I feel that when they open everything online, I feel that person have a weakness inside him.
Absolutely.
I mean, weakness, not mentality, our fear.
Yeah.
He feels I'm strong, but in the same time, I believe that person is
Is
weak inside.
weak, very weak, very weak.
Weak, yeah.
Very, very weak. And we see that a lot. We see, like I said, people on social media, on online are so brave and they're so strong online. Then you have to ask yourself, man, how weak are they to really have that type of mindset?
Plus, when I came actually become work with the public school when I came to America,
Mhm.
so that's very important here. Bullying, the bullying, by the way, the most corruption people those. I mean, the bullying the other kids,
Yeah.
their household problems.
They have a lot of
Number one,
problems,
number
yeah.
two, mentality. They have some problem. Plus, they are very weak.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
weak. They cannot defend themselves. Oh, I'm this. I'm a hero.
Yeah.
But at the same time, he's absolutely
Scared.
nothing.
He's a scared little boy or a scared little girl.
And for our kids here, whoever are following us, if your son, your daughter bullying like this, teach your son to defend yourself principle.
Mhm.
Otherwise, use this hand.
Yeah. And you have
Not
right to defend
hitting.
yourself. No.
Protect
Defense.
yourself. Defend yourself.
Defense. We
Yeah.
Muslims are always in defense mode.
Exactly.
We're always
Even,
defensive.
by the way, the meaning of karate, by the way, what's karate? Karate, defend yourself with the hand.
Yeah.
Defend yourself. That means karate, not fight.
No. It's all defense.
Yes,
It's all defense. And you have to understand something in law enforcement. Years and years of being and listening and hearing and seeing how people are acting and behaving as the years have been going by, and you're talking over 20 years, things have been changing. And in the last 5 years, 10 years, things have changed so fast because of social media that you see now people who are having kids, who have kids 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 12 years ago, you're starting to see a difference of how their personality is, how they talk, how they act, the social interaction. You kind of see how these little guys, little boys, and you shake their hand and they're doing the little weak shakes. You tell them, hey, assalamu alaikum. No, they're cowering. They don't have no social they have no social interactions at home because they're so stuck on their phones. They don't know how to act in real life.
So our kids now in our return, and 3 months before the war in Gaza, I was in Gaza. 3 months I stay with them. I did a lot of kids with the kids I did. Wallah, when they shake hand, they shake my hand, break my, all the kids, regardless of the age, and the girls actually not cannot shake hand with the adult. The girls stronger than this.
But that's because again, the way they're raised over there,
as a warrior,
compared to the raised here.
Yeah, we have time. Yes, we. Oh my God.
No, we have.
Yeah, we have one more question. The last question here because that's gonna continue بإذن next week إن شاء الله. Brother and sister, كيف for number 15 very important for the parents with the seeds in the heart the kids to be strong also and مراقبة. Watching everything. This message here for the parents.
For the parents.
And the last question for tonight. Yeah.
So as a parent, kind of look outside yourself and watch, put the phone down. As a parent, just put your phone down for 1 day, 2 days, and watch your kids. Don't say nothing.
But I believe not every kid will accept to leave my phone.
I'm not talking about the kids. I'm talking about the parents.
The parents.
Parents. We said parents. As parents, put your phone down. Just put your phone down for 2 days. Monday and Tuesday. Set a goal. right? Monday, Tuesday, whatever days you want. But set a goal for 2 days. When you come home from work or when you come home from whatever you're doing, put the phone down. Don't even say nothing to the kids. Just put your phone down, put it on the charger, whatever you got to do, and just watch your children. Watch your children for 2
I
days.
can love this.
Right? See how your children are acting. Watch what they're hear what they're doing on the social media. Listen to what they're watching for 2 days. And then the third day you say to your kids, hey, let's do something. Let's play a board game. Let's try something out. The kids are going to start to see that you're not on your phone anymore. You're not doing your social media anymore. You're not. They're going to see 2 days, 3 days, 4 days. Mom and dad they're talking to each other. They're not on their phones. Kids mimic us, right? We talk about this all the time, right? They kind of watch us. They see what we're doing. You're not going to take the phones away from them and say, give me your phone as a punishment.
Oh, I love that.
That's what we do. Or the first thing we do is we're taking your phones away from you. You got 2 hours with no phone or 2 days with no phone. No, you as a parent, try it yourself first. How can you tell your kids to get off their phones if you can't get off your phones?
I mean, I have to judge myself
Judge yourself.
first.
Make
With the phone
be aware.
away 1 or 2 days. And then what?
Be
And
aware.
then,
Watch.
then I just give a chance to watch what's going on in the
What's
household.
going on. We don't see what's going on in our own households
I love this idea.
because our faces are so stuck on the phones that we don't see what's going on in our houses. You're so into watching whatever you're watching that you're not listening to what your kids are watching.
Wow. Alhamdulillah, brother. This very important point. I don't have kids here to do that, but very important, brother. Listen to Brother Muhammad here. Put that 1, 2 days in the phone
Put it down.
and completely down.
Mhm.
Charge it, put it off, whatever. And your wife, if you are a single husband only or a wife only in a household, do that and watch your kids do what you're doing, regardless what the age.
Mhm.
And then we'll discuss more, inshallah.
Inshallah.
But believe me, you're gonna make a lot of difference if you do that.
You're gonna see a big change just for those 2 days. You'll see a big change.
Wow,
Not
I
just
love-
with your kids, but with yourself. You're doing that digital detox, right? You're detoxing from all the influence of what's happening, what you're watching. You don't realize how much you're absorbing.
Mhm.
Why our eyes absorb, our ears are absorbing. We're seeing so much stuff so fast that see 2 days what happens to you.
I love what the Brother Muhammad said. Brother and sister, we finished now for not tonight because we want more than 1 hour now. But very, very, very important to follow up when doing this. I would love to have more people watching us for
Inshallah.
this week. And I call it very hot topic. It's a hot
It's a
topic.
deep
Why?
topic.
Just deep hot topic
Yeah.
to save our household, save our community, save us as a Muslim in Muslim country and non-Muslim
Muslim.
country as well. May Allah guide us to right path. Jazakallah khair, Brother Muhammad. Jazakallah
Always.
khair. By the way, I'm learning from Brother Muhammad,
Learn from each other.
but I'm learning more from Muhammad. I have a lot of people give me something. I carry what he ever said to apply it in my community here. Whoever contact me with problem, may Allah Azza wa Jalla guide us to right path. May Allah guide the parents and the kids, Ya Rab, and the Muslim Ummah, Ya Rab. سبحانك اللهم بحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.